in line with the Federal Executive Council, we have faced these projects, and I'll just briefly mention them. You have the, the Bada Kukagi Road in Kwara State. It was awarded in 2022, and we have rescoped it for the first phase for 8.05 billion. So it's an ongoing project we inherited. The same thing, you have the dualization of Akure Eta, Ogbulu, Iju, Ado Ekiti border, Kere. This was, awarded in 2023 in March, and that was a total project cost of 27 billion. But we have faced it to meet up with the funding challenges, and we have taken out 12.5 kilometers, and is awarded to Aritech Nigeria Limited for 12 months in the total sum of 27.27 billion. We have the new project that was awarded, and that's 7.3 single carriageway, and then 3.3 kilometer dual carriageway in Lagos, awarded in the sum of 15.43 billion in favor of Mrs. Cell True Construction Limited. Then we have the contract for East-West Road, and this is Section 2. Section 1 is being completed under the present administration and is due for commissioning, but this is Section 2. And let me say that this project was inherited in 2009. It was awarded for 44.83 billion, but reviewed in 2014, for a contract sum of 93.412. Our administration reviewed it because of the floating of the Naira and the petroleum subsidy removal in 2024 for 144.75 billion. But during construction, we realized that a number of the sections has been washed away due to the construction of the initial roads as inherited was done beyond below the flood level. So today, FEC approved additional 30 billion, bringing the contract sum to 175.077 billion. And they also have the Potskum Fika Bajoda Gombe Road in Yobe and Gombe State, awarded in 2020 for 59.75 billion for a total length of 89 kilometers. Only 10% has been achieved so far, and so we decided to phase it to complete 6.5 kilometers plus additional 5 kilometers that was already done, and for a total contract sum of 16.5 billion. And then you have Obanewi, awarded in 2022 for 24.202 billion, and completed 7 kilometers. So we have awarded, rescoped, and reviewed the project to 9.9 billion for them to complete a total of 12 kilometers. We also have a project in Ayegun Oloye Road in Ibadan on Oye State. It was initially awarded to be done on reinforced concrete, but the place is very busy, and because reinforced concrete pavement went down, we take 28 days to mature before people can step on it. So we looked at it, and it's going to be very difficult for the people within that location. So we had to change it to asphalt and reduce the cost from 12.793 billion to from 12.833 billion to 12.793 in favor of Mrs. Zayon Construction Nigeria Limited. That is what we have, and then we have presented 260 palliative projects totaling 208 billion to FEC for Mr. President to direct on the approval. And we also provided, 19 total of 19 mega projects, completed, within the geopolitical zone. Some inherited, some new projects. You can have some of them, like the Kano Kasina, 83 kilometers, inherited phase 1, and the phase 2 is Kano Kasina, that was 43 kilometers, done by CCCC, is completed. You go to Northeast, you can have a Shandam Bridge, 3 span completed. You go to Adamawa, you have the Yakasi Bridge completed. You go to South-South, you have the East-West Road, Section 1. We inherited it and completed it. It's ready for commissioning. Section 2 is ongoing. And you also have the famous East-West Road, which is 15-kilometer dualized. And what we've done is to complete, one carriageway on, reinforced concrete pavement, and it's ready for commissioning. You come to Southeast, you see the Artisan Bridge in Enugu State is completed. You go to Ebonyi, you see the Apuaha Bridge in Ebonyi State completed. Time will fail me to mention all that we say, but in Southwest, you have the Dangote Deep Sea Port, completed Section 1 on reinforced concrete, pavement. We have a couple of rehabilitation under the bridges of Kata and Tom Mainland Bridge, completed also. Lagos Ibadan, phase 1, section 2 is also going to be ready in the next 7 days, for this day. So time will fail me to mention all the 19 projects that are there. But you have also, manifested another 33 projects that will be ready by December 2025, that will be ready for commissioning. And what we have recommended to FEC is that the 260 projects that Nigeria Union of Journalists, road transport workers, petroleum transport workers, and so on and so forth should be co-opted with the National Assembly to move around the geopolitical zone and get these projects commissioned, totaling 208 billion. This is very important. FEC also was drawn the attention of the destruction of parapets, of bridges, the New Jersey, where people are excavating, this, iron and destroying the concrete infrastructure, and also, mining of sand within the major bridges of this country. And so the FEC directed that we should sound a note of warning, because FEC had, before now approved that nobody should touch anything like mining, 10-kilometer radius from any of the bridges in the country. So we are to, put up that advertisement and, to let the public know. There are 3 major interventions or mega projects that were awarded that we presented to FEC. You have the Shagamu Tore. It's been awarded to CBC, but the funding is a challenge, and it's a major, economic corridor. In fact, the 7th Axia route is going to empty on that route. The one that is done by Lagos State government is emptying that road. So it's also an economic evacuation corridor for the deep sea port, and everyone within the 17 southern states that are, on that road. So we presented it for funding intervention. We also presented the Ibadan Ife, awarded by the past administration, of course, to COPEC. And of course, the Elisha Akure Benin, awarded to High Tech in 2023. We also presented the 3 and appeal for funding intervention, by Mr. President, and he directed we should send it to the Minister of Finance. Finally, there were other projects that are very important. Some of you that ply Lagos, you see that we have 7 bridges on Lagos Ibadan route, that you have 7 bridges that vehicles have knocked the beams, which means that the overpass, we have closed down some of the overpass. And so this is very, very dangerous. And so we made it clear that we need intervention in terms of that. We have a Turkey, Ikorodu route, we need intervention. We have Bauchi Jigawa route, we need intervention. This was completed before, but during the last 2024 flood, it destroyed about 4 sections. So they needed bridges to raise such sections above the flood level. We have one in my state, which is Akwa. The existing bridge has been almost given away, and so there is intervention to bypass that bridge. This is very important. We have the 2 Calabar route. There are 3 contracts on that route. but there is a road within our, the Itu power plant. I'm sure it will interest the Minister of Power, where you cannot pass. So we have drafted high-tech on intervention program to come over there, and people spend 7 hours between Cross River and in Akwa Ibom, for a journey that should not take more than 2 hours. We experienced it the last time, so we have done that for them to come and intervene. Of course, we have Maraba Kefi, because the fund we have is doing only one carriageway, and the other carriageway, we have to put it in a motorable condition. So, Mr. President directed that we should also direct this request, which is about 88 billion intervention to the Minister of Finance. That's, I'm sure that I've covered everything, and I took more than 1 minute.